Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with California Fruit and Vegetable Magazine, reporting to you from Madera County here. I'm here with Erik Herman. He's a multi-generational farmer with the Specialty Crop Company, um, the largest fresh and dried fig grower, I think, in the nation, right?
Yeah, on an acreage standpoint, that would be correct.
So it's pretty amazing. Madera really is the capital of fig production for the nation, especially thanks to Erik and his family. I wanted to talk with you today about the fresh fig market. Here, we're standing here next to some of your fig trees. Can you tell us how is the season going so far?
Well, the season is actually a little bit kind of delayed compared to years past. A lot of that, I think, is due to the weather that we've had in California. I would say we've had a much milder summer compared to years past. I know we're in August now, so last July, I think we had like 18 or 19 100-degree days, and a lot of those days were 105, 108. Well, this July we had like three, and a couple of those days were maybe 100 degrees barely. So the trees are really happy, a lot of growth, the fruit size is really good, the quality is really good. So hopefully that kind of means for an extension of our season, just because things kind of got off to a little bit slower start than in previous years.
You've got a number of varieties, but one exciting new variety that you're growing is called Emerald. Can you tell us about that? It's a self-fertile variety.
Yeah, so most fig lovers are probably familiar with a Calamurna fig. And that fig, it's a big yellowish green fig, kind of a creamy, nutty inside. A lot of love for it, except it started to get a bad rap because it was self-pollinated, or it would had to be pollinated. So a wasp would have to go in, kind of like with bees and almonds, except it got a bad rap because people were like, oh, we're eating a wasp in our fig, blah blah blah, and then productions kind of yields started to go down, and that kind of wrapped. So that fig almost just disappeared. And we found a fig in one of our orchards. We kind of monitored the trees, and it really mimicked a Calamurna. It's self-pollinating. It's big. It's yellow. Tastes blindfolded, you'd probably think you're eating Calamurna. And so we planted some a couple years ago, and finally we're starting to get some production on it. And so far, it's all been positive feedback. And to be honest with you, I'm a big Black Mission fig lover, and that one may have surpassed Black Mission's as my favorite fig.
Well, that's amazing. So this Emerald variety, is this are we primarily shooting for the fresh market on this, or does it also work for dried?
So it also works for dried figs as well, which is kind of a nice little luxury. But the fresh market, it's. I think that there's endless possibilities for it, but at the same time, I think it's also in talking to some of our dried fig processors, I think that they're just as excited about it as I am for fresh as for dried.
That's great. So this is a pretty new thing. So there's not a lot of other growers that have this variety, right?
Nope, nope. We would probably be the only grower that has it right now.
Wow. Well, we're looking forward to seeing how that goes and especially how that tastes.
Yep.
Um, Looking at the challenges and the way the market is, I know there's just being in the Central Valley, being in California, we've got a lot of regulations, things that really don't make farming easy. That drives increasing production costs, and I guess the big question is, will our consumers be willing to pay more for figs? How are we doing on the market? And I guess it's a loaded question. We got a lot of things there.
No, there's definitely a lot to unpack with that question. But no, I mean, figs is so hand labor intensive that there really is no machinery involved at all because of how delicate picking and packing figs really is. So it's all done by hand labor, and it takes a lot of skill, and it's getting more expensive. But it's kind of like in talking to you or in doing other articles. I mean, getting that story out where it's not just like, oh, hey, I want to charge more for this. I mean, there really is a story behind, why things are increasing, whether it be minimum wage, packing materials. I mean, the cost of fuel for trucking stuff to get places. I mean, there's all these little details that I think kind of get overlooked, and trying to say, hey, this is have a reason for why prices are increasing. But Luckily, I'm not the only person in California that's saying that. I mean, whether you're a stone fruit grower, table grape grower, they're all kind of singing the same song that I am. So, we look to ways to try to improve those costs and try to bring them down. But at the same time, laws in California and, making sure we keep up with regulations for our employees and everything, it gets expensive. And so, but at the same time, I love what we do, and we're going to keep on going.
Yeah, thinking about the labor-intensive nature of figs, is there anything that you're working on, or you might be able to share about that to automate a little more of the process? What's the potential? Are there opportunities?
So a lot of it's, whether it be boxes or, labeling clamshells, getting those, having automation make that and stuff. But as far as the actual picking and packing of the fruit, I've toyed around with, the robotic things to try to pick a fig here and there, and it doesn't work. It's all hand, you have to know what to pick, when to pick it, and same thing as far as packing goes, because there is so many different pack styles. And so with how delicate the fruit is, it's just, there really is no other way to do it besides, hand labor of love.
Yeah. Looking alongside your fellow fig growers in the area, do you see the market being pretty good this year for willing to take this crop? Do we anticipate a larger crop this year?
We hope so. Figs used, I've been around figs my whole life, and figs now are becoming, they're in a lot more grocery stores. It used to be kind of more of a novelty item or more of an ethnic thing, but now most grocery stores have figs in them. So partnering with grocery stores, helping, promote figs, I think helps move big crops, and I think the market should be good because, everyone's in the same boat I am as far as labor-wise goes. So, it's not like I'm just kind of, one person that's just crying wolf, but I think the market should be good this year.
Great. Well, hey, I certainly hope so. Appreciate the hard work that you and your team do to putting in, again, the nation's largest fig grower. It's pretty amazing. So thank you for your hard work and sharing your insights today. Read more about these things in California Fruit and Vegetable Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.